Well, we had a great bit planned for the beginning of the show, but Adam ruined
What?
it. We actually got that little boy with the messed up head.
Fucked up. Yeah.
He's here right now. We might as well just have
that
him.
kid that looks like, you know.
Yeah, we said we
Looks
should
like
open
His mom's birth canal was a pile of cinder blocks.
That shit happens. People get fucked up faces if their mom's pussies are too tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
His parents named him after the worst Batman, and look what happened.
No.
What?
How
Get outta
dare you? You're
here.
trolling.
No, he's the worst Batman.
No,
What do you mean?
That was a cool Batman.
Best Batman,
Val?
Christian Bale.
Okay.
Second best Batman, the cartoon one, the one from the comic
That's
books.
fair.
Okay.
The original Batman.
Okay.
That's
all
the
right.
second one.
Adam West?
No, the
No.
actual comic Batman.
Oh. What about animated series?
That one's third.
Damn, I put that over.
Animated series was dope.
Number
Yeah.
4 is Bat Kid, who turns out also racist.
Really?
People found that out recently.
He beat cancer and then
He beat leukemia,
beat
and,
black.
and now he's beating white genocide. The two greatest scourges.
Wow. We should have let him die.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What if that was the take? Is that like Bat Kid happens now and like the whole town comes together and they're like, "Wow, we found out that Bat Kid's dad, you know, said Beaner in 1993 at a fucking drive-through in Tallahassee." And they're like, "It's time for Bat Kid to die."
And then we execute
It's-
him. We
yeah.
shoot him in the head. We don't even.
Yeah.
We don't even wait
Chris
for
Brown,
cancer.
Chris Brown is like, yeah, you know, I just wanted I wanted to wish death on this child, but I think the fucking did you see Chris Brown was like he rescinded his support of Keaton or whatever.
Good.
Which is like you like beat women. You're like
yeah, I know.
you're like one of the most reprehensible
but
fucking
black
celebrities.
women.
I know, they're asking for
It stays within his race,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah,
So he sort of has a respect, I guess, in some ways for them for
I
what they
guess.
do.
I guess.
Which then maybe you should have kept the support.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You ever think of that?
Well, he doesn't like Keaton because he knows no matter how hard he punches, he wouldn't be able to fuck his face up any more than it already is.
It's true.
That's what Chris Brown resents about Keaton.
He'd look
Is that it
better.
reminds him of all of his girlfriends towards the end of a relationship. Like, damn. You know?
Fuck, yeah.
It's like when you get like a really nice dessert at a restaurant and then you take a couple bites and it fucks the whole thing up. You don't even want to eat it anymore because of the presentation.
Well, I've never experienced that in my life.
Oh, yeah, you haven't. But Chris Brown has. When you take a beautiful woman, you
Mhm.
know?
Oh, you're calling eating a couple spoonfuls of dessert. You're saying that's like hitting a woman
Well,
couple
it's a
times.
dessert. It's what you do after sex. You know?
Oh, God.
You bust, right?
Yeah,
The
sure.
stages of sex. We all took health class.
Yeah,
We know
yeah,
how they
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Step
Num-
1, pull down your pants
Mhm.
in the
Uh-huh.
middle of the bus.
That's
Uh-huh.
right.
Step 2, insert yourself into a woman's face.
Okay.
Step 3, bust. Step
Oh.
4, a little bit of ice cream sundae. You know what I'm saying? You fucking just give her a click. I'm trying to do the click with my tongue. There you go. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, just a couple.
So every time you have sex, that's what happens?
Yeah, so there's a man like beating the shit out of a woman on the bus after fucking her face, and then some boy's crying, and the mom's like, "Son, that's just sex. That's people
When two
having
people
sex."
love each other very much.
Yeah. And that young boy was Keaton, and then he
Oh,
grew up
man.
to explain that situation. That's just how they fuck in their culture. And everyone in school's like, that is the most racist shit I've ever heard. And he's like, why would you bully me for being different? For having a misunderstanding as to how people fuck in those communities.
In those communities. I like the idea of Keaton as like the second generation racist where it's like benevolent. It's like
Yeah.
they don't know any better.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was raised that
Yeah,
way.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
no, I mean that's his take on black people.
Oh,
They
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know any better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people were defending, like Patton Oswalt was like, Keaton didn't choose the parents he had, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's like, yes, he did. He was an angel in heaven.
That's right. That's
Right.
right.
And him and Colton Burpo were deciding which boy was going to be the racist one with the fucked up face and which one was going to come back to meet Jesus. And they chose,
Wow.
you know?
That's true.
If you say he didn't choose, then, well, guess what? You're not a very good Christian, Patton Oswalt.
Mm-hmm. And that would devastate him if you heard that.
That would ruin his career if people found out.
If people found out he wasn't a
If
Christian.
people found out that Patton
Guys.
Oswalt was a non-believing Christian,
Wow.
Oh my god. When's the last time you guys went to a place of worship?
What do you mean,
Oh.
like checkers?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was Checkers rallies.
Yeah.
Hardee's.
About a year and a half ago. I got a Big Buford. Big Buford sounds like when you get a blowjob while taking a dump.
That's what it should be instead of a
Blumpkin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be called a Big Buford.
That is true, dude.
Yeah.
That's the way a fucking trucker named Buford gets
I just
sucked
got
off.
a Big Buford on the bus, a.k.a. having sex.
Oh, you also shit every time?
and then a nice ice cream sundae.
Oh, that's part of it, too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
I see.
God.
The vanilla
Called
glaze is, I get that.
going to
And the
Checkers.
chocolate.
I just don't understand fucking. Why would you bully somebody just for taking a dump in the middle of the bus while fucking a girl's face and then beating the shit out of her? Just because somebody has sex different than you doesn't give you the right to make their life worse.
Damn. Yeah, that is, honestly,
Yeah, I don't support Keaton, but I would support a little kid named Beaton. You know, Beaton
Yeah.
off.
how about
Beaten
Skeeton?
Yeah, Skeeton.
Skeeton and Beaton? Two
Skeeton.
brothers?
Yeah,
That
that'd be a good
both
family.
beat off?
Dude, that's a wholesome family.
Skeeton, get in here.
Skeeton, tell them
Are
what
you
happened.
not beating off?
Skeeton, tell them what happened in the cafeteria. They poured a bunch of cum on my head. What'd they say about your nose? They said it looks like a dick.
Oh, yeah, Skeeton and Beaton both have, like,
They got
gonzo
dick nose.
noses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not my fault that I had my dick surgically removed and placed in where my nose should have been when I was born. And then I had a second dick grafted onto my original dick area instead of the more reasonable surgery of just adding the second dick directly to my face and leaving my normal dick as it was. Because people have different lifestyles, and you shouldn't bully them for getting the wrong kind of dick face surgery.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I hate when that happens to me.
Mhm.
When I have the wrong kind of dick surgery.
Yeah.
I
What-
get made fun of.
You got a dick and small ending?
Yeah, it was too fucking fat and big as hell.
Ugh, I hate when that happens.
And they went down a couple notches.
I don't understand like the point of this anti-bullying thing, because it's like, you know, the complaint was she was like, what did they say about you? And she said, they said my nose looks stupid, and he's like,
Well, that's
well,
right.
it does. I
Yeah.
don't know what to fucking tell you. You know, I mean, like it does.
Right. You're going to have to get used to that, Keaton. That's
Yeah.
something you're going to have to fucking
You're a particularly ugly person.
Yeah.
You know,
He looks ridiculous.
all of us have fucking problems.
Sure.
Right.
It's not like I've never understood that impulse of being like people shouldn't be able to say this thing.
Well, that's
about me.
what's also weird
It's
about
like, no,
the movement.
just become very rich and secretly find ways to prevent those people from having a career.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yes.
You know?
100%.
Yeah.
Have an
Manipulate
enemies
them,
list.
destroy their lives.
Yes.
Yeah. He'll never
Be a
have
healthy
spite.
adult.
Exactly. He'll never have spite as a motivator.
Yeah, take it out on
So
the poor.
he'll never be
kill a
successful.
homeless person.
That's right.
Yep.
No one's ever going to miss him.
No one's gonna find out.
Mhm.
You think the cops give a shit? No, you're helping.
You did them a favor.
You're helping.
That's
Keaton's
one less
mom-
call in a couple weeks about someone shitting in a Panera Bread that you
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
did
yeah.
for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's one less call about someone going to Checkers at
That's
Panera Bread.
right. Yeah.
If you know what I mean?
Getting a Buford.
Also, you're supposed to tell me that someone's mom can videotape them crying
Yeah, that's
and
the
put
other
it on
thing.
the
It's
internet,
like-
and we're not supposed to make fun of them for that.
Right. Also,
Yeah.
That is the most embarrassing thing in the
Shut
entire
up,
world.
Adam, you bitch. Keaton's the only
Adam,
one
you're
higher
actually
than you.
gayer than us.
No,
Keaton's the only
Keaton
one
is
below.
lower than me.
No, Keaton's above
No,
you.
I reject this.
All the black kids at school make fun of me, and there's just this one faggot named Adam that all I have is he's the only person I can bully.
Keaton,
I
stop
just
it.
wish
No.
there were more
No,
people
Keaton.
like Adam, so I wouldn't have to be the biggest faggot at my school.
Keaton, stop it. Please.
If we just had maybe 2 Adams that I could call bug faggots. How many Adams do you need, Keaton? I don't know. Maybe Ellen could help. Maybe we could go on Ellen and she could demand that they clone Adam so I can say faggot to 2 people.
Yeah, I didn't actually watch the video at all.
Of him crying?
Yeah, I didn't.
It's stupid.
I mean, the best thing to come out of that is that guy that's like, I'm Delaney Walker. I'm a tight end for the Tennessee Titans.
yeah.
First of all, I wanted to read you this poem by Buddha. Always stay positive. And if you remember that, and it's like, that's not a poem, it's a statement.
By Buddha.
And then he goes, yeah, right. By a poem by Buddha.
By Buddha. Noted poet.
Right.
Buddha.
He goes, I'm sorry that bullying has been taking place at your school. Which, like, that's the answer to bullying is just become much bigger than other people.
Yep. Become a big-ass athlete.
Yeah.
Beat the shit out of people.
That's what animals do. You know? I mean, look at all the other apes. They all look like they have Down syndrome, and they got tired of being made fun of for it. So they became very strong. You know?
Interesting.
That's what the new War of the Planet of the Apes is about.
It's about retarded apes.
I guess, something like that. It's about Mark Wahlberg teaching bullies how to stand up to other bullies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We should have a bully Olympics.
Yeah.
I want to figure out who the bully was. Who's the best bully?
The best bully, Dylan Klebold.
Who was that?
The Columbine kid.
Oh, no, that wasn't a good bully. He wasn't that. He was kind of a bitch.
No, neither of them were. They were like popular kids that were just.
Were they popular?
Yeah, they were like
The trench coat
They were
kids?
alternative, but they weren't like. I mean, they weren't like.
Nick's like, that's the kind of guy that's cool. Those guys are cool.
I mean, they were like this. The idea that they were like social outcasts that people didn't like is just bullshit cooked up after the shooting.
Because
Like,
they were listening
help
to
people-
Marilyn Manson.
help people deal with the fact that relatively normal kids can sometimes shoot up a fucking school.
Right. Or
Yeah.
have an impulse to do it their whole life.
You know what it was?
You know?
Without the dangerous influences of Islam.
You know what it was? Was Accutane.
Oh, it
Yeah.
made him go crazy?
Yeah, they were on the same acne medication I was on in high school.
Did you ever? What's the most
And I
violent
didn't
thing?
shoot up a school, which
What-
makes me a hero.
What's the most violent thing you ever did in high school?
most violent thing?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did you ever
Nothing
beat
really.
the shit out of anyone?
No, I didn't. Puberty really settled in around 18 for me. So
Yeah, Adam's
I wasn't
vagina
the
finally
fighting type.
unsealed. at
My
age
my
18.
pussy dropped when I was.
Adam finally got some big ass lips on that pussy. I don't know how the pussy changes. Does it get like
guess
wet?
it
I
gets
don't think
fatter.
I don't think we're allowed
Gets
to
fatter.
even ask.
Just raising my hand in health class. Mr. Mullen, again, there's no such thing as an 11th year senior. For starters. Second of all, please stop asking that question.
Yeah.
This is geometry.
Yeah, I redshirted my first 11 years.
Yeah, fully grown adult here. I've had sex probably about like 12 times since I was supposed to graduate high school. But one question I've been wondering from an intellectual standpoint is what kind of changes do the pussy do during puberty? If any girls would like to demonstrate, if any of you maybe have not hit puberty yet, you would like to show off your pussy in front of the class for us. What do you mean I'm not the teacher and I'm not allowed to say things like that?
Well, a dick just goes from being like little and hairless to fucking bigger and hairy. So I figure that's
Well, I actually had the opposite. My dick went from being hair. I had pubes when I was born, and then they all fell out.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Wow, that's the prophecy.
Cool.
That's the next king of
Yeah,
America.
yeah, you're the chosen one.
That's the next king of America.
If he has fucking pubes like George Washington's wig when he's born,
Yeah.
and they fall out,
Oh my god!
Mhm.
Wow.
and they fall out.
And fucking George Washington and all those guys, they had ivory pubes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Because their pubes would fall out because they didn't clean them. So they would get elephant pubes shipped in
Beautiful.
from dark Africa. The dark continent.
Black Africa.
Dark ass Africa. That's what they used to call it back then.
Yeah, the
Dark
heart of
Africa.
darkness.
Is that a book, Adam?
A book that I never read.
Yeah. Let's
I
hear
read
more
it.
about books.
I read it. It was pretty good.
You did?
Everybody's read it.
Yeah.
I didn't read it. I know what it's
It's
about.
a good book.
No, you don't.
What's it
Yeah, I
about?
do.
It's about Apocalypse Now.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Marlon Brando.
Well, I've
it's Marlon
seen that
Brando's
movie.
autobiography.
That's pretty much the extent of what I know about that book. Is the movie.
Yeah, I mean, I read it. I don't fucking remember. I remember it was like,
How about a movie where like an army guy goes crazy trying to get his dick sucked, and it's called The Paralips Now.
Bare Lips Now. Yeah, that's
Whoa.
good.
Shit, you know.
Yeah, he
in the
goes
jungle.
native.
Yeah.
He keeps getting his dick sucked by the natives.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he makes a fucking whole tribe about him getting his dick sucked.
Why are we at war here when we could just be getting our dick sucked by him? He basically did that. He went to
Kurtz?
Tahiti and he was like, "I'm gonna rape all of these people."
Right. But I'm gonna say I care about Indians, so it's cool.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
chill that I'm doing
Oh,
it.
Brando.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember in sociology in college there was like or maybe I'm making this up, but there was like a tribe where it was like customary for little boys to suck grown men's dicks.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
And that was like that's like how you showed that you're friends. and like these little kids kept trying to suck the sociologist's cock. It must have been an awkward situation.
My dad told me there was a tribe in South Africa that the little boys used to walk around like instead of holding hands, they'd hold penises.
Oh wow, your dad's favorite tribe,
which is really cute.
Yeah, it is really.
No, he was
cute.
working on a documentary.
Oh yeah,
called Child
He was
Porn.
definitely shooting
Watching
some
a
footage.
documentary.
Yeah.
No, like when he was in college during the summers, he'd work on
Right.
documentary shoots.
Yeah, documentaries.
Yeah, documentaries, the kind you...
Legally, if you call them documentaries, it was just two African boys getting fucked. You can say that it's a part of their tribal heritage.
Isn't that what they used to do with porn? They used to like...
I would look at National Geographic as a kid and be like, fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah,
you know how many like long
huge,
tribal titties
yeah.
I've beat off to?
Right.
Yeah, dude, I've jacked off to
Looks like he's wearing overalls. This is hot.
Yeah. There was some good. There was
Put
some
your
fucking,
hand over like the part where she has a disc going through her lip.
No, I don't, because I
Yeah.
appreciate all cultures.
Yeah,
you
right,
fucking
dude.
racist.
I like
can't
body
jack
Oh,
off
you
to
can't.
that.
You can't jack
I
off
just
to that,
pretend
dude?
she's at a cool
Disc lip
nightclub
woman?
and we're both into the Matrix, I
Yeah.
just pretend they're industrial women. That's my thing. If you're
No, I
an
agree.
industrial
She's
girl,
got
hit me up,
plugs.
you know?
Yeah.
Ramstein. If you're a woman in her early 40s who still listens to
Hard style techno.
industrial music.
Right?
No, not
No.
really. I don't
Isn't
even-
that what it's like?
No, that sounds like a train and then someone being raped.
Yeah.
Right? Some shit like that?
No, Ramstein was Du Hast.
Hmm.
It was dun dun dun
Interesting.
dun dun ticka dun 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 dun.
Yeah, that's
dun,
basically what I was
dun,
just
dun,
doing.
dun. No, it's different.
It's almost exactly what I was
You were
doing.
doing like a jungle kind of thing.
No, I wasn't.
About
What were
instead of
those
doing
That
ones?
was
houses,
industrial.
poo ass,
Wow.
poo ass dick.
I think we got a #1 gold record right there.
Thanks.
Another thing I used to beat off to was there was a Greek magazine called the Mailman is what it translated to.
Yeah, you used to check off
no
to
need.
guy.
to-
What the
All right,
Hidromos?
that's it.
No. And there was
I
never
think we know
Mailman. There
exactly
was never,
what you're
There's
going.
never
with this.
men. For whatever reason, that's just what it was called.
All right,
But
next, Nick, what
Greek
did you check
Greek
off?
magazines let you show titties.
Oh
Sometimes.
yeah,
Because
glamour
yeah,
models.
exactly.
Yeah,
And it would be like advertisements for like Toast or some.
yeah.
And it would just be titties for
in,
some reason.
in England, like on like the second page of like the regular newspaper, like girls' tits out.
Yeah, it was awesome. So shouts out to the Tachydromo for it came with it was like the magazine of the Greek newspaper that my dad used to get before he just stopped reading. And so shouts out to them for helping me beat off.
I still jack off to my first blowjob from time to time, to just remembering. it.
Wow, to having sex with a child, huh?
No, I was a child.
Whoa, you still think about a little girl's mouth sucking
Yeah.
a dick.
From a newborn.
No, she was
infant.
actually older, dude. She was 18. I was 16.
Oh,
Yeah, so
no, that's
check
not true.
and mate.
So you
Oh,
think
hold
about
on.
a
Let's go
16-year-old
to the
boy?
documents.
You
real
think about a
quick.
16-year-old boy?
Here it is. Here's the record.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, it was a little boy. Sorry, Adam.
I'm
But the documents don't lie.
Either way, you're thinking of a
I'm so glad we got
boy's
this
penis.
Did
filing
you go through the
cabinet
microfiche?
Yeah. I went through the microfiche to look at your dick. Is this what it smells like and its size?
Yeah.
Yeah, it smells
Woo!
like fish.
Little sardine ass dick.
Because all the
Yeah.
pussy. Because
No.
that's what a pussy.
No, 'cause it's
pussy's a
rotting.
Fish smell.
Because it's rotting
Oh,
and you
so
have a
you've
small
been,
infection.
You've been
Listen.
sucking your own dick, is what you mean to say.
Yeah,
Your mouth, which is also a vagina.
that's right.
If your mouth was a vagina, would you not try to suck your own dick?
I mean, my mouth isn't a vagina, and I still suck my own dick.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay.
I've told you, I've been off the hand beating off system for
That's right.
like a year and a
you're
half.
a self
now.
suck guy?
I've been living off my own cum.
Oh,
It's not as gross if it comes fresh from the tap.
That's right.
So have
problem-
you tried that?
A lot of the
Not
reason why
flexible
people
enough.
don't like the taste of cum is because it's on your hand first, which is kind of
Sure.
gross. You
It
wouldn't
gets
want
all
to eat
the-
anything out
all
of
the
your,
bi-
off your
all the-
hand.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Just like how milk tastes better if you're sucking it from the udder.
It really doesn't it taste really
Well,
bad?
I got a little funnel that I put in my dick hole, and I pour a gallon of milk in there.
Oh, nice.
It's Mark Ripito came up with this.
Oh,
yeah,
starting
yeah.
string.
Yeah, that's why you squat is to increase your hip mobility. And when your hip mobility is good, you can stick your own dick in your mouth and suck milk out of your own penis. And this is what we refer to as the fundamentals of strength.
Damn, imagine having just balls full of milk. Just fucking big ass, like
Yeah.
volleyball sized nuts full of milk, dude.
That would be hilarious.
That'd be really funny.
You could just like a clown's flower
Mhm.
that shoots seltzer or whatever. You could just
Yeah,
shoot milk out of your dick at
At
people.
your friends. Yeah.
You know how much I would love to be able to pull my cock out, press a little button, and just spray
No,
you
you'd
with milk.
You'd squeeze one of the nuts and then it'd spray out of the
I would
dick.
love to just be able to piss on people and get away with it.
Yeah, I
As a
guess that's what
prank.
we're talking about, basically.
Don't people that get sex changes have a nut that is a pump?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Some of them. I mean, because like with phalloplasty, it's not like one uniform surgery. You know, there's like
Yeah.
different doctors that
It's
are
like-
like, if I had to make a fake dick, how would I do it? And they all have different methods.
Oh, that's
There's different
fun.
styles.
Yeah,
That's what medicine
it's
is
weird.
missing.
Like people forget that like any kind of surgery, like it's
Plastic
not like
surgery.
you know, it's like human beings weren't
right.
engineered.
It's an abomination against God. Every
Well,
surgery.
human beings
You're a
weren't
Christian scientist.
weren't engineered. So it's not like a car where if a part's broken, there's one way to fix
Right.
that part.
Right.
It's like there's like different methods
You
that
just
people
figure it
tried,
out.
and there's one that seems to be like the best. So
Yeah.
for something, you know, as nascent as like making a penis out of a vagina, it's like one guy's like, all right, well, we're gonna cut the foot off and
yeah.
you know roll it up like a
We're
blunt.
gonna make a necklace out of toes.
Yeah, exactly.
Just gotta get some.
There's all kinds of different ways. You know,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can use a horse hair. You know,
Yeah.
boobs.
Ooh, what about a horse dick?
That would be cool.
Yo, a big ass horse.
Have you
dick.
seen a horse dick
brown
before?
ass?
It's got fucking spots on
Yeah.
it.
Like a nice white with
Yeah.
chocolate spots. I would love a horse dick,
The
dude. A
upside
small
down
horse's
head.
dick.
Yeah.
You can't have a big ass horse.
Horses'
That's too
dicks
big.
are so scary.
I know. That's why you gotta find a
Remember
little
that
ass
Mr.
horse.
Hands
Like a
video?
toy pony?
The guy getting
Yeah,
fucked
yeah,
in the
yeah.
ass.
He
to
died,
death by a
right, the
horse.
next day?
Yeah. The horse goes in his ass, and then the horse goes like all the way in his ass, and the guy's like, "Ooh," you know.
Oh no!
It basically like tore all of his organs,
Yo, imagine your kids watching that video. Because
Yeah.
wasn't he like
They
a
played at the
closeted
funeral,
horse fucker?
and they're like, "Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's musical guest, Ramstein." Ooh, poo ass dick. It's just you getting fucked to death by a horse. They're like, he wasn't a good father in life, but in death he's been so much worse. Why did he put this in his will that we have to watch him get fucked by a horse to death at his funeral here at Checkers?
Can you imagine that your dad dies and then like millions of people watch the video of how he died and it was
Yeah.
getting just absolutely railed by a horse?
That would be pretty funny. You're right, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think that guy was a father.
I think he was.
No, he wasn't.
I'm pretty sure he was, man, and that's because I said it just 30 seconds ago.
Was he?
don't know.
He was. It was it. Where was it? Like Oregon or Washington, right?
Yeah, it was in Las Vegas somewhere. I'm trying to remember the guy's name.
Yeah.
I think it was
Moshe.
Crocodile
Friedland.
Dundee Friedland.
Damn it.
Oh,
Kangaroo Friedland.
Kangaroo Friedland.
Yeah, there's a video of Adam's
Oh.
dad getting fucked by a kangaroo.
He tries. It
Put
starts,
it deeper!
It starts. It
Too
starts,
far!
It starts as one of those fighting a kangaroo videos, but the kangaroo beats him up
Yeah,
so
yeah,
bad
yeah.
he starts raping him.
Your mom's like, Richard, please don't do this. And he's like, he won fair and square.
There's a code. I live by code. He's sucking off the kangaroo to get him hard. Oh damn, dude!
It's gonna be funny when your parents finally like discover this show.
They couldn't understand. They tried listening. They couldn't
Oh.
understand it.
My God.
Yeah, this clip in particular makes no sense. Kangaroo, wrong country. Yeah, he fought and lost to a kangaroo, and then he fucking sucked him off and
Yeah,
fucked
the
him.
Marquis of Queensbury rules. You lose to the kangaroo, you gotta fuck it.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's what combat.
That's the
that's
circle
a
of
gentleman's. That's gentleman's combat.
That's the circle life.
That's right.
That's the scene in the new upcoming live action Lion King.
Is it live action? It is.
I
No,
don't
we've
know.
we've talked about this. I don't think it is. How would they
No.
do that? I think it's gonna be
With
CGI.
puppets, like on Broadway.
Yeah, but then why not just fucking watch Broadway? You know what I mean?
Well, it's a movie, so everyone can watch it.
You know, in Broadway, the genie's not even fucking blue.
Yeah,
Aladdin?
he's fucking
Just
black, dude.
some regular guy.
It's some piece of shit black guy.
Well, I didn't
who
say
doesn't run
that.
around pretending to be blue.
I didn't
What?
say all that.
Stop. What?
Stop's complaining about the race of the genie.
It should be blue. Put him in Blue Man fucking group makeup. What the
Is
fuck?
he a wisecracker?
So what? You want like them to cast a dead Indian?
Yes. Yeah, but I guess. Is that what a genie is?
No.
No,
I mean,
Stav wants.
I'm trying to think of who.
Stav
would
wants
look
a real
blue.
genie.
No, Blue Man group makeup.
Oh.
Or you know?
Dip him in that.
It
shit.
actually, it should just be Robin Williams' corpse.
Mm-hmm.
He hung himself, so you know he's actually blue. now.
Yeah.
What if he was like, ooh, what if I could look like the genie?
Like a marionette.
Yeah.
You just have his corpse.
He's
like
already
a
got
big-ass
strings
puppet.
on him.
That's
Fuck
true. You
it.
got one string.
He
You're
turned
saving
himself-
money.
He
The
turned
main
himself
string is there.
into a blue puppet so that he could play the genie in the live action Broadway.
Did you guys see that movie he made before he died? World's Greatest Dad.
Is that the one where he like shoots people? Or
No,
something?
he plays an Australian guy that sucks off.
Sucks off
kangaroos.
an animal. Yeah. No, he plays a dad whose son dies from autoerotic asphyxiation.
So he plays an Australian guy who sucks off kangaroos.
Do they say what the son was thinking about?
Yeah.
He was like trying to jack off to porn, and then he
What kind of
accidentally
porn?
died. I don't know.
Wait, is this real?
It's a real movie.
So you think this is like a Joker situation where the role killed him?
Yeah,
Maybe.
for sure. He just.
And it was
so you think he
also-
was trying to beat off?
No, he got diagnosed with Parkinson's, and he was like, "Fuck this! I don't want to live with that
Oh,
shit." Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
So you don't think?
And he had depression.
So just to be clear, you don't think
You know what
what
disease
Nick said
I
was
want to
real?
have? Parkinson's disease, like Mark
What's that?
Wahlberg. You know?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
You get uncontrollably jacked and pissed.
You
know,
yeah.
but
Keep
in
talking
like
about 9/11
In
and
a
how
good
would have
guy
gone
way.
different.
Yeah. I got the rock now.
Do you think Mark Wahlberg could have prevented 9/11 for real?
Of course.
100%.
Yeah.
People are just mad at him for saying that because they know it's true.
Right. Would have been
Yes.
a good ass movie too.
Yeah.
Damn.
We would have had. He would have become the president of the United States.
If I go back in time, what I would do is give him strap a GoPro to his head, give him a couple of box cutters.
I don't
to
know
even,
if they had
to
that
even the
technology in
score.
2001.
We'd bring it back with us.
We find it. Yeah.
I'd give him a couple box cutters to even
God
the
damn,
score.
can you imagine having to like go back to 2000 and you just don't have access to a GoPro?
You don't have a smartphone.
How much that would suck
They
to live
say-
in a world where we can't just carry around a camera on our
Yeah.
head all the time
and watch shitty, weird, like
Yeah.
shaky ass videos.
watch
that
someone
aren't
else
that good.
ride a bicycle.
Yeah.
Watch some 40-year-old banker that's destroyed people's lives ride around Denver on his fucking bicycle. Can you imagine having to live in that world without
they
that
s-
technology?
They send us back to fucking stop 9/11, and we
Thank
just
God
get
I
so
have-
sad that
yeah.
we don't have GoPros. We
Thank
forget.
God I have my GoPro.
That's right.
My invaluable GoPro that I could never live without.
I tape every day.
Yeah.
GoPro
Mm-hmm.
beating
What,
off.
just making breakfast.
Just to have a record, kind of like police have body cams.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Did you
Oh,
watch
it's
that
court
shooting?
ordered.
No, No,
That
it's not
shooting in
quarters.
Mesa, Arizona?
No, which one?
Oh my god, dude! They just like straight up execute a guy.
Oh my god, that was horrible. I
the
didn't.
one
I
that
couldn't watch
Felix,
the whole thing.
the one that Felix called a pussy
That cop?
Yeah.
I guess.
He had a gun that said "You're fucked."
on the gun.
Yeah, it was like inscribed.
Oh my god.
He's probably has some chill views towards black people. I would guess also.
Yeah, but he killed a white guy, so it's.
I
like-
know.
I mean, he's a murderer. I don't care if he's racist or not. You know, that's the thing. Where
What
it
I'm
gets into,
saying
like-
is, this is the kind of guy that, yeah, of course he's a murderer. Who knows? He's probably. I mean, would you be surprised if he's killed other people? Probably not.
I mean,
Like cops, fucking, they can cover that shit all the
yeah,
time.
but he didn't like secretly murder. Like there would be a record of it. There's always a record of like a police involved shooting.
Yeah, I guess.
If
It's
the
not like he's
bullet
going around just
discharges,
shooting people all
knows?
day long, and they're like, ah, damn, they found out about this.
right. It's like a guy taking people's lunches. It's like
Yeah.
there keeps being shootings around this precinct.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a fucking horrible person, and he'll probably get away with it, right? You think?
The Walter Scott guy just got in trouble. 'Cause
Yeah.
I feel like the first cop that killed a guy.
But that
is
guy
gonna
was
kill him.
shot a guy in the back and lied about it, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did. He lied about it. There's a question about like, you know, the racial aspect of it that people are asking, and it's like I don't really know. You know,
It doesn't matter. He killed.
does- yeah, it doesn't
someone.
matter.
Yeah.
but I mean, a part of me was like, thank God it wasn't a black guy. You know, because that would have been how horrific that would be. Because that one's like so much worse than the Philandro Castile one.
Yeah, it is. But
They
even
straight
that,
up, like,
that
just
one's so
murdered
bad.
that man.
Yeah, I mean they did the same thing with Philando. Just
They-
the
they-
guy
they
wasn't
did.
a big a dickhead about it.
Yeah, they did.
That's
but
the
you
only
didn't-
difference.
No, the Philando one, you don't. It
He
starts
had a
off
gun.
and he's already shot.
Right. That's
So
true.
you don't know.
That's true. That's true.
You don't know what happened. I mean,
Yeah.
I agree that they murdered him and like that,
They
that-
absolutely
that event,
murdered him.
That event, like, it tells you everything you need to know about the fucking NRA because they were like,
Right.
everybody's there's two sides to every story.
Yeah, why wouldn't they go to bat for like a licensed concealed carry guy?
Because he's black.
'Cause he's black.
Yeah.
Again, that's
Yeah.
like all you fucking need to know about that organization. That and
Charlton
N
Heston.
does not stand for what I thought it did. I made that mistake, and it's like, well, is it really that racist of me,
That's
considering
right.
their track record?
That's right. Yeah.
You know I do that with every organization that has an N in the name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You don't even want to know
why-
what I thought Nintendo stood for.
Why do you think Nick's not allowed on the NBA podcast, guys?
Yeah,
Why?
You know why? Because of what he thinks the N stands for.
yeah. NBA stands for Knicks Black Association.
Yeah, I thought he was talking about
Go
his
on.
own name this whole time.
Oh yeah,
Nick's Black Association.
stealing.
Nick's Black Associations. It's just what you the things you associate with black people. Oh fuck, man. Well, we haven't discussed. It's our baby boy's birthday today.
Yeah.
I'm
We're
about to say the
recording.
NAACP. It's the NNNCP. You know, NNN.
Colored
CP.
people.
Yeah. Mhm.
NW.
And I'm not gonna tell you what it stands for, but maybe some of the smarter audience members can figure it out.
Nice, necessary, not bad. Colored people. I'm just
That's
giving us
right.
some cover.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
giving us some cover here, guys.
It's Nick's 29th birthday today, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So
How does it feel?
from all the fans to you, Nick, many happy returns.
Is that? Do you speak for all the fans?
They asked me to say
Cats,
it.
Ernest is throwing up underneath the couch.
It's for your birthday.
Yeah.
That's a little present for you.
There he goes.
Oh, come on, Ernest.
It sounds weird this time. It sounds fucked up.
He loves throwing up, dude.
Yeah,
He's such a good boy.
We should kill him.
He's such a good boy.
He is
we
a
should
good
pull
boy.
him. We should put him out of his misery.
I feel good for him doing the things that he likes.
You think throwing up is what he likes to do? I bet you it's fucking pain.
I don't
day.
think Ernest does anything he doesn't like doing.
I think he's just trapped in his fucked up body, dude.
Yeah. So
He's-
you're saying he's trans?
He's trans. Yeah.
How do you know if your pet has body dysmorphia?
Oh, what the fuck was that sound?
Dysphoria.
He was like,
Yeah.
that sounded like a guy crying, dude.
Yeah.
Yo, what if Ernest is about to turn back into the man he was?
Those are the
Mm.
sounds that Ernest makes. You know?
A man crying, a grown
Mhm.
man crying.
Yeah.
Have you seen
Well,
it?
what should we do tonight? We going to Dave and Buster's or what?
Oh, I got some Dave and Buster's for you. My cock.
Wow, Selma Hayek, right?
Harvey Weinstein. Yeah. I
Wait,
saw
they
it.
spelled her name Salma.
That's her name.
It's not Selma.
No, that's the place where MLK.
I know. Have I
You
just
thought she
not
was
known her
named after
name
that?
for like
Yeah.
30 years?
Yeah, dude. How did you beat off to her?
I don't know.
I
Well, I
did.
didn't read.
Yeah,
I don't read while I jack off.
Well, how did you even Google
what are
search
you,
your name?
a college professor?
Yeah, I am.
What are you, some kind of
Yep.
college guy?
I just saw that movie, Cruel Intentions, and the black guy in the movie says to Selma Blair's character, he's like, I'm writing a musical right now on Martin Luther King. And Selma Blair turns to him and she says, he's my favorite.
Yo, you know what I just watched? Behind the Candelabra.
Oh, yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah, with my mom, dude. My mom came to
What's his
visit.
name? Chris? The lover? What's
Yeah,
his
I
name?
guess. I don't remember.
What's the
Matt
lover's-
Damon?
Yeah, but what?
I don't remember. I think Chris, but I don't remember.
Shit.
I
no,
was fucking
forget.
high as shit.
Liberace invented libertarianism, right?
Yeah, he did.
His name
He's
is
like, stay out of my bedroom.
He's actually Ron
and
Paul.
stay out of my wallet.
He's Ron Paul's dad. It's Ron Paul. It's Liberace Paul. Ron Paul.
Yeah.
Rand Paul. Yeah, he was stunned, dude. He was coming through with like big ass minks and like
Yeah.
Bentleys and shit.
Yeah.
He fucking ruled. He had
And
so
he
many
was getting
jewels.
getting boys plastic surgery
to look like him.
to look like him.
Imagine wanting to
I
fuck.
wish I was a big fancy gay instead of a self-loathing closeted one.
That would be so
That'd be
cool.
a lot nicer.
Well, he was self-loathing and closeted. He never admitted he was gay, and he died of AIDS, and
Well, I mean, he was super gay.
He was
but
gay as hell,
He
but
was
he-
just never publicly said he was
right,
gay.
and he would sue newspapers that said he was gay, and he also thought all gay people were going to hell except him. He said he had a vision that God came down to him, and because he was so good at playing piano, he was getting into heaven. Like there's a program if you're an exceptional gay guy.
I guess God needed a guy with AIDS who's really good at piano.
Yep.
That's the thing about heaven. You bring the AIDS with you. You know?
The two gay guys that got passes were Liberace and Roy Cohn.
All fags go to heaven. Starring Burt Reynolds and Dom DeLuise.
I do love Dom DeLuise.
Yeah, he's great. Playing Itchy in that movie.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep. He was probably my first fat inspiration. My life has been it's
Not
a series
Chris
of fat
Farley?
guys. No, he was before Chris Farley.
Dom DeLuise was one of your heroes.
One of my
As a
as a
child?
fat child, yeah, no joke. Once
In
I
what
realized
movie?
What did you even know Dom DeLuise
In
from?
Mafia?
all dogs go to heaven,
But he's not
But he
fat.
wasn't in
Itchy's
that.
just like a wiener dog.
he's into some other shit, dude. I was very aware of Dom DeLuise as a little kid. A Mel Brooks movie.
More
What
than
Mel Brooks
Chris
movie was he
Farley?
in? Chris Farley was later. I'm telling you, Dom DeLuise was the first one.
Chris Farley was the first fat guy where I was like, wow, it's cool to be fat.
And I have very fat memories attached to Chris Farley because my mom was a waitress at a Greek restaurant, Ikaros, and on Saturday nights, if I waited long enough, she would bring trays of leftover fried calamari,
And you'd watch us.
and I would watch SNL
Yeah.
and eat fucking fried. Damn, should we get calamari for your birthday, Nick?
No.
You wanted seafood recently. You want to get some seafood?
Yeah, I don't know what we should do.
Let's get
Let's
a
get a
fat-dicked
A
lunch.
big dick lunch
Maybe.
with our cocks hanging out.
Yeah, I got errands to run today. I might postpone shit till the weekend.
Bitch.
Let's
You're
go
a
to
damn
Peter
bitch.
Luger's steaks house.
Yeah, we should get steaks.
Why should we get steaks?
To celebrate
Come on, for your
We
your
get steaks
birthday.
all
birth,
the
our
time.
success.
I got shit I got to do today. I'm
All
serious.
right, fuck it.
We got business moves we got to make, and
That's
I got to
true.
handle all
That's
of it. 'cause
what, at
the
3:30?
two of you are mongoloids.
I can.
I'm
we
not
can do
okay.
work.
First of all, do not use that word.
Oh yeah, who got in
Do
trouble?
not use that
Who got in
word.
trouble for that?
Felix.
Oh really?
Yeah. And someone else said it recently.
Mongoloid's funny, dude. What the fuck?
Well, who got mad at Felix for saying mongoloid?
He called the murder cop a mongoloid.
Oh my fucking
And
god!
people are like, "Excuse me."
oh my god!
wow,
dude.
really? There's no place on the left for people who talk like this. I am the president of the DSA's Being Retarded committee. I won the election by guessing the correct amount of jelly beans. And now I demand that Felix step down from Chapo Wap House. From Chapo Wap House. From Chapo Wap House. One of these days I'm going to say it. Mark my words.
Damn, dude, you can't even call a murderer a mongoloid anymore.
Yeah, it's offensive to Arthur.
What are we going to do next? Cancel Devo, you know?
Yep.
Get rid of the Devo show?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Get rid of
dude.
the annual DSA Devo show just because of a word?
That's right. He's how's that song go? Mongoloid.
Not even close.
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
He's a mongoloid. Y'all know that Devo song.
You know that mongoloid song about the love
Yeah.
shack?
Mongoloid good. Ba-da-da-da-da. Mongoloid. Da-da-da-da-da. That's every Devo song.
Yeah.
Mongoloid.
Mongoloid.
Mongoloid. Ba-da-da-da-da.
I don't know any other Devo songs.
We're dressed like science guys. Yeah, they're a cool
The
band.
Mongoloid is a Mongoloid place where
We
Mongoloid,
can be
Mongoloid. That was
retarded.
every fucking late new wave song. You know.
Mm-hmm. Those are the only two I know.
You know. You know what I mean?
Mongoloid.
We talking about how the fucking
right?
B-52s and the Dead Kennedys are the same band.
Yeah, we've talked. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jello has the same voice as that guy.
Mm-hmm. You know, he named himself after Bill Cosby because he loves rape.
Yeah, it's true.
Jello,
cool.
no means
California,
yes.
Umbrellas.
Fuck, what was Dom DeLuise in that I remember as a child?
Shut up.
I love that you don't know. You were just aware of a fat man who had a career.
I think
Is
my
it
dad.
Mafia?
I think my dad was making fun of me for being fat,
And a
he called me
comfortable hat.
Dom DeLuise.
Look
So
at
dad's
this
not
dumb
fat?
DeLuise
no,
ass
my
motherfucker.
dad's not fat. Although he was fat.
He is kind of fat now, right?
He was fat. He had a heart attack. Then he lost a bunch of weight and started like getting his dick sucked, getting some strange in the wood shop.
Oh no.
So he
Oh, so
slimmed
that
down.
joke you do is a lie that he didn't get his life back together.
No, that is the joke.
Well, he got in shape.
Right, he did the opposite of getting his life together. He just fucking.
Well, he started cheating because he got in shape, which is like, I mean, look, I can't blame him. I wouldn't want to be married to your mom either.
Hey, whoa, brother. My mom's a wonderful, caring woman. You know,
Would you fuck your mom?
if I was
No,
not
right
me,
now, would you fuck your mom?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I would not, but if
Yeah,
I were
why
you
can you
guys, I
blame
would.
your father?
Okay.
Because she's
Nick,
my mother.
Nick, would you fuck your
That
mom?
doesn't make any sense.
Would
Would you fuck your mom?
No, but my mom doesn't fuck anybody.
Adam,
Okay.
would you fuck your mom?
Absolutely.
You see- okay, I would also then.
We would all fuck Adam's mom.
And
We need to find a cure, and that's the first step. Try that. Just try it. We
my
don't
mo-
know if it's gonna work, but try it.
It's Lorenzo's oil.
Yeah.
The first cure he tries is fucking his son. I really remember that movie a lot from as a child too, for whatever reason. I watched it a bunch. Isn't that who's in that? Richard Busey? I mean
Richard
Gary
Busey.
Busey. No, the other guy that looks like a handsomer Gary Busey.
Nick Nolte.
Nick Nolte.
Yeah.
Right? He's in
Yeah.
Lorenzo's oil, isn't he?
How about Dick Salty? You know,
Mhm.
he's a rapist pirate. R word. R-A-P.
Dick Salty, baby.
Dick Salty. There you go. That's the character for the show.
Arr. Me love to rape.
Don't say the R word.
Don't say it.
I'm a retarded pirate, and then I'm the head of the Caribbean DSA. And anybody that says the R word isn't allowed any of the rubies that we stole from the natives.
This is what I was saying earlier. There should be dick communism, where if you have a big ass dick, 2 inches of it gets sliced off,
Yeah.
No, how
given
about
to
this?
someone with a small
We
dick.
split up the pussy for everybody.
Oh, that's also
Everybody
good.
get a
Mhm.
piece of the pussy.
Yes,
You know what
pussy
I'm saying?
communism and dick communism.
Yeah.
You know, but no, not dick. Everybody get their
No,
own
see,
dick. Everybody
No.
dick stay the same.
no.
Hold on, Slick.
Let's do it.
I've
Let's,
been
I'm
thinking about
sorry.
this my whole
70s communist black
hear
guy.
let's hear what Andre Cousins has to say.
Yeah, Andre's radical cousin.
life. Yeah, we just convince all the women to give up the pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's not about wealth inequality. Because the only reason people care about money is so they can get that pussy.
Woo! Preach.
If you look at the underlying, I call it tapital. I call it tapitalism. Because you're trying to tap it all.
Oh, tap it all.
Yeah.
You're trying to tap it all. Das Tapital.
Mm-hmm.
It's a book.
What are you looking for? Put your fucking. Stop doing that. You're distracting me.
Sorry.
The communist vagin breasto. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Getting the pussy and the titties.
Yeah, the communist vagin breasto. That's my favorite book, dude.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of pictures of fucking different titties
Yeah.
and pussies.
It's going to be great when this, communism is cool bullshit dries up in the next year and a
Yeah,
half.
there's
think it
probably a
already
fair
has.
amount of people that are just doing it because it's the cool shit to do, right?
I mean, that's literally everybody. It's both of you guys.
No, that's
I've
not
never
true.
been a
You
communist.
joined the DSA?
Yeah, because I think that shit's good, but I'm not a
What
communist.
shit? You haven't gone to a single meeting? You don't do
Yeah, I'll
anything.
give them some money and support. That's better than not doing shit.
I give my
Yeah.
money to places that I fully understand what they're doing, like PlayStation.
No.
Network. You
See,
No,
that's the problem with
actually,
the
Nick
world.
gives a lot of money to charity.
I don't give a lot of money.
Yeah,
to
you
charity.
do.
No, not comparatively.
Compared to us, you do.
Okay, probably.
I've given to 2 different people that have stopped me on the streets. just because I feel
That's
guilty.
not charity. Those are homeless.
No,
people.
no, no. Like where you have to sign up. Yeah.
I give a lot. It's tax deductible. I'm just writing down guy that smelled like shit on my fucking.
I feel like a real
1099s.
dummy, but I gave Keaton's mom $10,000.
Oh yeah, only after I found out she was raped.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's like, now you better spend this on swastika tattoos.
Of course.
Is
Not
Amnesty International
welcome.
good? Or are they
no.
bad?
No, they're bad.
Anything
Fuck.
with international in the name is
God
bad.
damn it. give them money.
Except the International Truck Company.
International House of Pancakes.
International House Bank.
I give
Yep.
to the International House of Pancakes
yeah.
too. I'm into them for like.
Amnesty
I've got a tab
International.
over there. I've got a tab at IHOP.
Amnesty International bad. I'm Nasty International.
Yeah.
Good.
What's that?
It's like just a bunch of.
I would
sluts.
just to see if I get
Nice.
audited. It would be very funny to put down on my taxes that I gave $1 million to retarded kids. And then turn in my tax return. Just deduct everything. You have evidence? I don't know where they went.
Yeah.
They all look the same. I don't know which one was.
They don't give you receipts.
I
They're
have a
retarded.
drawing.
Yeah.
I have a drawing in fucking feces. Will you take this as a receipt?
I help retarded kids, so no one's allowed to criticize me.
Absolutely. Look, I just think you should be in it. Republicans are winning because idiots get to just support and not have to think, and that's what I am. I'm a very liberal, dumbass motherfucker. I don't want to. I just know what I believe in, and other people can figure it out. I'll give you a little scratch. Let's get some universal health care. Let's get some sexy ass refugees over here.
I'm starting to think universal health care is a bad idea.
Really?
I want to die, dude.
Yeah, I don't want it for me.
Yeah.
I want to go out quick.
I want my heart to explode at, this year, preferably.
Let's do a bunch of coke till we have heart attacks.
It'd be perfect. Get married to some French African woman,
Oh fuck yeah, dude. That'd be
One of
awesome.
those bald, like super dark bald. women,
Oh
I'm saying?
yes.
Then no one can say I'm racist because I had her shipped over here to be my wife.
Well, I don't know if you want to use
permission.
that exact terminology.
Yeah, they're like, we can send her on a plane. I'm like, it has to be a ship.
No, a wooden one.
And that shit better have a basement.
Oh God.
We're gonna.
Get my bitch over here on the Amistad.
And then I write an article about it on the Good Man Project. Dude, I fucking that website, the Good Man Project.
No. What is
No,
that?
It's
that's
like-
a real thing.
Yeah, it's like how to be a cuck bitch and
Ugh.
respect your daughter. and not
Ugh.
call her a
Oh
cuck.
God.
I actually don't even know what it's about. I've like glanced at it once or twice, but somebody
Is it
had the
actually good
display
or
name
bad?
the Gay Man Project,
That's awesome.
which is so simple.
Salute.
but It's perfect. You know what it is? It's an elegant solution.
Absolutely, dude. I mean, it's the same beginning letter, just
Yeah.
AY instead of OOD.
That would have been better if instead of the final solution, they came up with an elegant solution to the Jewish question.
right.
Man, what would that?
Well, I
have
think
been?
Al Qaeda's working on that right now.
They
Al-Qaeda's
offer
done.
Or
they,
whatever, whichever one.
They
new one.
offer-
They're actually coming back a little bit.
They offer $20 to any Jew that kills another Jew.
That is an elegant solution.
Yeah. It would cost less than the Holocaust.
It costs probably $100.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd be left with like 4 Jews.
Yeah.
That's
Not
good.
bad.
Comedy. You need comedy writers and guys
Mhm.
to make bagels.
Exactly.
So you save like 20,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be an elegant solution.
That would be an elegant solution to the biggest problem of our world.
No, I'm saying back then. I'm not a problem now.
Wow.
That's people don't consider that. I don't know if this is a hack bit, but like, have you ever considered that maybe Hitler killed all the bad Jews? And that's why people are like, how did that happen? It's like you didn't know which ones he was talking about. They got rid of them. We were left with the good ones.
That is true. Technically, I'm not sure.
Yeah, you don't know.
You never met them.
I didn't meet them.
Yeah.
That's true.
And Israel.
It really,
Yeah.
everyone who went off to those camps could have been the one that's like, I'm stealing candy from a baby and no one can stop me. Got it. And all the other ones that are like, can we just write jokes for TV? Those
Yeah.
are the ones that they were like, we'll give these guys a pass for a little bit.
Well, we know one
until
of
we get
them
rid
who
this
died.
Russia.
We had a diary of one of them who
Yeah,
died.
Eli Wiesel,
No,
who
he
fucking
lived.
who was a
Right. He was a
you
rapist.
know,
grabbed
was a
an
rapist. Yeah.
He grabbed a girl's ass.
So can we trust anything he ever wrote? I don't
Yeah.
think so.
No, he's done.
Well, you got to
It's
consider
quiet
this
for
too.
him.
Is Anne Frank seems like she was like pretty normal or whatever, but she lived in Amsterdam. Not
Uh-huh.
a single mention of like fucking,
Smoking loud.
you know, getting
Legalize
fucking loud, hitting
it.
big doinks. So she was probably like the least
nerd.
chill person.
She was
in
very
Amsterdam.
unchill, yeah.
You know, I
For a
bet she
13-year-old
loved
girl.
tattling on people for smoking weed.
Oh.
And for hiding from the Nazis.
Yeah.
She tattled on herself.
She got caught, right?
Yeah.
That sucks, dude.
She's dead.
Poor Anne.
Poor Anne. Yeah, Stav, on the live show on Monday, we were talking about the Diary of Anne Frank, about the part where she feels her own titties, and then Stav got really... You're
pretty-
like, fuck, I should have read that shit.
yeah. I didn't know there was so much beating off in the Diary of Anne Frank.
That's literally the only part I remember.
There was that, and then the period, when she got her period.
yeah, which I also thought was hot, dude.
I thought that was sick.
So how much space did they have to like maneuver around?
It's so funny when you're like
It was
12,
like an
any
attic.
mention of like sexuality in any context, you're like, I have to jack off
right.
right now.
Yeah. Oh damn! My cousin's reading "Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret." I'm about to beat off.
I got that from the library, and I then had a bunch of questions for my parents, and then my mom brought me back to the library and yelled at them.
Scolded them.
Yeah.
My son. Fuck. Sorry, I lost the voice. My son will never
No, it's
learn about women's pussies. He will only use them as a sexual object.
yeah, she taught me well, dude.
She taught you just take the pussy.
She said, when you come up on a bitch, you just need to take what's yours.
Mm-hmm.
That's what your dad said?
That's what my mom said.
Oh.
Oh, and your mom.
No, my dad actually told me to respect.
My mom taught me to respect women. My dad did not.
I don't remember my parents ever giving me like a gendered talk about anything.
Actually, I never got a sex talk. I never got any kind of like.
My parents would, my parents were always
like,
like, just like, please stop being a piece of shit to everyone. It was never like, treat women with respect. It was like, stop fucking, throwing rocks at other children. Start there.
yeah. Yeah. If he can ever have an intimate relationship with another human being, that's a win. Let's not get into women yet.
Yeah, I'm still a bad guy.
Yeah, but come on.
Some things never change.
Sometimes you meet other bad guys.
Yeah, I started a podcast with him.
mm-hmm.
You become the world's preeminent, a voice of authority on being a bad guy.
Oh yeah, that's us, man.
Yeah.
We're all wearing leather fucking jackets on motorcycles right now.
Yeah.
What's the best type of noodle?
Best type of noodle?
I think I
jeez.
asked that and Stav's immediately like,
I like. Yeah, no, I can
Yeah.
really get into
All
this.
Well,
Personally, I'm really getting into fucking chow fun.
yeah, that's a
Okay.
good
You
call.
know, the big.
I was
fat
gonna say
whiteys.
Asian to begin with.
Asian for sure. I think they.
udon or
As much as I
ramen.
love a nice fucking
udon is
Italian,
is a little too heavy, but I like it a lot.
yeah,
Yeah.
I will say a chow
I like
fun,
a
a
thinner
rice
noodle.
noodle. I like a.
I like
a
a silvery
flat,
rice noodle.
thin rice noodle. I like
Mhm.
that.
I
Or
like
like
a thin,
vermicelli.
No, that's too thin. I'm talking flat, wide but thin, like chow fun.
Mm-hmm.
A good lo mein noodle, a good ramen noodle, executed correctly.
Delish.
I will take that over pasta. I don't know. I've gotten away from Italian pasta and Italian noodles in my old age, and
Mm-hmm.
I've migrated towards Asiatic noodles. Geez, let's see what other kind of noodles are there. Do Indians have noodles? It's mostly rice,
No,
right?
no, they
don't really
don't.
have a
They
noodle.
They
never
come
got
back
that.
as a noodle if you fuck up.
Oh shit!
That's
You
the
get
lowest
slurped
level.
up.
I got to look at a chart of the whole caste system because I forget.
Mm. Yeah.
It's like the doo-doo people
Yep.
at the bottom, but then
Mhm.
underneath them is like cow, and then
Yeah, cow's
like
number
monkey, and then butterfly.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
So if you're in the lowest caste, can you fuck a cow?
No,
No.
that's
you
why
go
cows
lower?
are sacred because it's like I think cow is like directly under untouchable, or
Maybe they're better than untouchables because you can fuck untouchables.
yeah,
no
but you
problem.
can't eat them. You just can't touch them.
I don't think they can eat cows.
They don't eat cows. No.
No.
Mm-mm. What's at the top? The Brahma.
Yeah,
The Brahma bull. That's
Brahmins.
that's what the
It's
Rock
Boston,
used to call himself.
Boston guys.
Yeah.
Old school
Mr.
Boston
Feeney.
guys.
Is that what Brahmin? Yeah. What is that? What-
Boston Brahmins.
That's
Yeah.
the type of guy.
It's like an
Well,
old
it's an accent, and it's an accent. It's like the old New York
Mr.
accent.
Feeney,
They're
like that.
Yeah, it's like Mr.
I'm
Feeney.
gay.
Yeah.
Mr. Matthews, come suck me off.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
we
that's pretty
we
good.
did that on the show. The old New York accent
Uh-huh.
guy. That's like, I'm trans now.
Oh yeah,
I've become trans.
yeah. Everyone says Teddy Roosevelt was like badass, and I guess he was, but he talked pretty.
He talked like
bitch
that?
made. Yeah.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, huh?
No,
Yeah,
he had a voice like this.
No, that's what you
You're
imagine.
confusing FDR and Teddy Roosevelt.
No.
FDR
No.
had
I know
like
exactly. In fact, when I listened to Teddy Roosevelt, I thought, "Wow, this sounds way more like FDR."
Are there
than I thought.
recordings of him speaking?
Yeah, that's what did it. Because everyone assumes he talks like this because he has that mustache and shit,
Yeah.
and he looks like the guy from MythBusters, but he doesn't, dude.
He was a genius too.
Who, Teddy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
he
he
used to
wasn't.
read. Yeah, he used to read like 2 books a day.
That doesn't make you a genius.
I
That
think
makes
that
you a guy
does.
that reads a lot
all
of
books back then were like fucking pulp books about like fucking. He's probably reading like shit about like going to Africa and shit and like
yeah.
shooting elephants for ivory.
Like
and whatnot.
Hemingway?
But he was actually doing that shit.
Yeah, and he was doing it too.
His like opinion was that every man should go to war to build character.
Well,
pretty
that's
cool.
what people used to think.
Well,
Churchill thought that.
Churchill was a fucking warmonger.
Yeah, of
Did
course he
Churchill
was.
ever go to war? He seems too fat.
But like it was like, but up until the 20th century, every generation of men went to war.
go to war. At least a little skirmish. Let's
My
get a little
dad
skirmish.
said
They were
something like-
absolutely like pacifists prior.
My
to.
dad said something to me like that, like, "Oh, you'll never go to war, so you'll never understand like being a man." I was like, "You never went to war, you fucking pussy!" Like,
My
what are you
dad
even
served in the
talking to
Greek
me about?
army,
Yeah, my dad served in the army too.
but you had to serve. You
But
had
he
to do like
just did
2 years.
basic training and then
Yeah.
he went to college. Yeah,
Yeah, my dad did basic training, and then went back on the streets, baby.
yeah.
Maybe
making-
we should go participate in an armed conflict so we can get. Maybe that should be the next step for us.
You want to?
Yeah, we'll see if
wanna
Vice
be
will
like
shoot a documentary
mercenaries?
series, but instead of journalists, they just straight up give us guns and cocaine
Okay.
and let us
Mhm.
go to Africa to make it better.
Yeah,
Hmm.
let's go to Liberia because everyone sort of speaks English there.
Liberia was founded by Liberace, right?
Yeah, that's
It's
right.
a country where they're
It's
obsessed with
freed
Liberace.
slaves.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what
the
I
first. That's the first libertarian republic. Is
Yeah.
Liberia, the Liberacean Republic of Liberia.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Did you see Mario Batali got accused?
Oh
of it?
yeah, he's a
that one kind
sexual.
of flew under the radar.
I know. It's like there's so many now.
You know, there's also theories that David Copperfield's a pedophile.
Damn.
What?
Yeah.
He'll make your hymen disappear.
Basically, anybody who has a private island, you
Yeah.
can't trust.
If you have any kind of compound, even
Doesn't he fuck Claudia
well,
Schiffer?
no, compounds are for racists. Islands
true.
are for pedophiles.
that's true.
Mhm.
I want a compound
That's right.
on an island.
Uh-oh, double the rare double.
Yeah.
Is Branson, you think, a pedophile?
Richard
yeah.
Branson?
Why would you name your company Virgin unless you're like trying to hide something?
He says
I've never had sex incorporated, especially not with children.
not pedophile
Yeah.
airlines.
So, Richard, I don't know if we can go with I Don't Fuck Kids LLC. Is there something shorter, maybe, that we could use?
He said that he started that because he was 16 when he started his record company.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
had not had
that
sex.
was his first company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he definitely fucks kids. With Obama, when they parasailed
Obama, that was his
They
first thing
parasailed
after he
into
was the
a
president.
little boy's boy pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. You didn't see that whole picture.
Obama's first 2 things he did was go on vacation
I know that was brutal.
and then
with a
come
fucking
back
billionaire.
and then give a speech to Wall
You know
Street.
what's so funny is like everybody's like, Donald Trump drinks 12 Diet Cokes a day, and it's like,
Who cares?
nobody gives a shit. That's such a non-issue. And then like also at the beginning of the Obama administration, we're like, isn't it cool that Obama smokes? Everyone's like thought it was great that Obama was like smoking cigarettes on like the
Yeah.
patio.
Also,
yeah. Well, dude, yeah, youngish, cool black guy smoking cigs over old ass grandpa drinking
Enjoying
8
some
Diet
soda
Cokes.
pops.
it is
Yeah.
very
Some
funny.
Cool, so,
it is
cool kids drink soda.
It
okay?
is very funny.
If you're a
that,
kid out there listening to this show, you're 10
Yeah,
years old.
exactly. Don't drink water.
You drink only
drink
soda.
soda.
First of all, you say thank your mom and dad for buying you Cumtown Premium.
That's right. Number one, you're on a great start.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Emotionally. Now we're trying to match you physically with what you're doing to yourself
Listen.
psychologically. Yeah, if a child listens to this show, you might as well just feed them fucking soda and
Mountain
candy
Dew,
and shit. Yeah.
straight up.
Mm,
And we know Christmas is around the corner, so stocking stuffers. If you are a parent, you could get your kids. a
You know what
Patreon
you
account.
should? You know what you should get them? Some Stavi Baby merch.
I got 2 T-shirts out there, boys and girls.
Yeah.
It's Stavi Shop.
I got a real stocking stuffer right here. I'm
That-
talking about my dick. Ladies,
What?
let me fuck your shoes. Let me put my dick in
We should fuck your
socks and shoes.
Yeah, I'm trying to fuck some socks.
Yeah, but buy my merch.
Yeah, he's a nice guy, but he fucked all my socks.
Did you guys ever beat off into a sock? That was like a go-to
course.
move.
No,
I never
you
did.
use socks as like fucking.
Right.
I used
Cleaning
to work, I used to
tools.
work with this guy, heroin addict, junkie.
Nice.
Told the story. He cut a hole in his pocket so he could jack
Yes,
off.
yes.
But he told me a story one time that when him and his friend were like 13, they would put socks on each other's dicks and jack each other off. And he's like, because it wasn't gay, because we weren't actually touching.
Yeah, and sometimes we put on condoms
Yeah,
and
you
fuck
put
each
on-
other in the ass.
Yeah, they weren't touching.
It's not, it was safe. We're not touching.
A
each other.
hazmat suit, but you cut a slit out and pull your
Yeah,
dick
yeah.
out in a condom, and it's
Mhm.
totally
You
straight.
cover it in latex.
You think there's like Bioshock fetishists that fuck
In
outside of
hazmat
that little
suits?
hazmat suit?
It would get so hot inside of one of those.
Yeah.
You're fucking. It would create a little habitat.
And you're not
in there.
touching skin to skin. It's
It
just
would get
cock
like
into
so.
pussy.
Yeah, it would get so steamy in there.
Yeah.
Oh, boys, good news.
What?
Patreon has doubled back on their decision to raise prices without asking.
Really?
I knew it.
Damn, swag.
I knew it.
Damn, the dick is big.
Well, congratulations to
We did it.
us for our brave stance that we took,
Mm-hmm.
and Nick's really good email he wrote you guys.
Yeah, we messed up. We're sorry, and we're not rolling out the fees change. By the way, somebody came to the show the other night, and they didn't know that there's a premium feed. If you listen,
Yeah,
to this
we
show-
need
lot
to
of
start
people
doing. A
do.
lot of people don't
A lot
know
of
that.
people
Yeah,
don't
if you
know.
don't know this, we do 2 episodes a week. There's another episode that's
There's twice as much Cumtown.
yeah, that's on. You go to patreon.com/Cumtown, and you can subscribe for $5 a month and get the additional 4 episodes, plus like video content.
Well, you can get the whole archive
That's true.
of premium episodes.
Yeah, so
And
please
then-
do that for
and
Christmas.
then every Sunday night, there's a new premium that comes out.
Yeah.
Also, as an aside, we had our last show in New York of the year. We're back the 22nd of January. Thank you. Great.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Amazing. Sorry
Yeah.
if you didn't get there early enough, because I think
Yeah, we sold out.
a
It was
lot of
packed to the damn
people
gills.
were turned away, and we were very touched by the amount of love and support. Even that guy that was
Yo, and
that
also,
didn't like me.
Hold on. Let me read this.
okay.
Creators and patrons. First of all, I don't want to hear the word creator anymore. That's
Yeah,
really
that's
rude.
awful.
I'm a damn creator.
I prefer entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
I'm only a
saying?
creator.
Art,
when I take a shit.
entrepreneur.
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 N-dash entrepreneur
Entrepreneur.
is what you shall refer to me as. We heard you loud and clear. We're not going to roll out the changes to our payment system that we announced last week. We still have to fix the problems that those changes addressed, but we're going to fix them in a different way, and we're going to work with you to come up with the specifics, as we should have done the first time around. Many of you lost patrons and you lost income. No apology will make up for that. But nevertheless, I'm sorry. It is our core belief that you should own the relationships with your fans. These are your businesses and
Okay.
they're your fans.
You're
That's
saying the right
decent.
shit.
This is all right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just ad lib some extra stuff in here. I'm gay and I'm an idiot.
Whoa.
Can't believe you'd admit that.
That's
Ray.
brave. No, that's brave. I think that's brave. I think that's brave.
I spent hours and hours on the phone with creators, and so has the Patreon team. Your feedback has been crystal clear. The new payment system are disproportionately impacted $1 to $2 patrons. We have to build a better system for them. Aggregation is highly valued, and we underestimated that. Fundamentally, creators should own the business decisions with their fans, not Patreon. We overstepped our bounds and injected ourselves into that relationship
Okay,
against our core
Patreon.
belief as a business. Yeah, I mean, they're owning up to it.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
great.
right.
And they're saying exactly what the fucking problems were.
Trayvon Martin was a thief.
Whoa, whoa,
He deserved
whoa,
He
whoa.
didn't steal anything. He
Yeah.
was just wearing a hoodie.
I'm just going to scroll past that part. This may be controversial, but Babe 2 was better than the first movie.
No, come on.
I don't know why they-
What's wrong with these
they
people?
just don't. Yeah, they don't understand.
Yeah.
Tell them to
This is effed out.
quit while you're ahead.
Yeah.
Okay,
This is effed out.
this is effed out.
Yep.
Just effed out. Yo, this is freaking effed out, dude.
Freaking
This is freaking effed, man.
I'm freaking having sex, dude.
Oh,
that fucking
also-
podcast.
Also, yeah, guys,
Oh
probably
my
the only
God.
podcast better than ours. God, I
Let's
hope.
do a plug.
Huh? Let's plug.
We should
Yeah,
do
we
a
should
for
plug.
them.
Faking It Radio. There are two guys that I guess are just fans of Baltimore.
No, come
comedy.
on. Don't like tell them these people the actual name of their show.
Is it too late now?
Yeah, it is too late. But like nobody watches that show. They're gonna have like a flood of
Go
these
on
fucking
Cumtown.
people. I mean, I don't even know these guys.
I don't either.
I do this shit with Tom Myers. I've known Tom Myers like 15
What, a
fucking
plug
years.
is bad for getting a little traffic?
You'll get some hits.
You know goddamn well that you're just fucking laughing at these guys.
Yeah, because it's it
No,
is funny.
dude, this is like that's like borderline like
All right.
coordinated harassment.
It's called
like,
something
guys I
else.
don't know. There's other people that we do that shit. That it's called Guys We Fucked. Go listen to that one.
Well, it's called Two Dope Queens, and
The Tom Myers
it is
thing
our
I
sister
excuse
podcast.
because again I've known Tom a long time. Tom's been doing comedy. He has like a public persona. Like it's very easy to find Tom. Other people have mentioned Tom before in the context that we have.
Right.
I'm not like discovering like two people that.
Well,
are,
are you going to edit it out or no?
No, I'm not going to edit it out because I'm fucking lazy. But in the future, like,
Okay, all right.
just be mindful of like the fact that a lot of people listen to the show and it's not cool to like.
I guess.
Because there's ways around. If you want, you can make fun of somebody and just be vague about it, and then like the real psychopaths will figure out who the fuck you're talking about.
Right.
You know, don't just like put.
It's just
somebody-
a good. Yeah, don't. It's a bad podcast. It's good.
it's really good.
I love it, but I guess I don't love things for real anymore. I can only like bad.
Yeah, I
things.
can't like good things.
It sucks.
The only good thing I like anymore is the National Basketball Association. Stav and I went to a
Wait, that's
basketball
what it
game.
stands for?
Yeah.
I thought it said boo and apes.
Well, gang, we also have a show at fucking in DC on the 22nd. Big show at the Black Cat. All three boys will be there. We'll be having a nice fat show for you. So please come out to that. And if it sells well, and even if it doesn't, probably we'll probably hit the road.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm excited to go on the road.
We got to do
2018
it.
I'm loving doing spots.
We got to
again.
book it, baby.
2018 is going to be the year of us going out to
Dude,
this
I'm
beautiful
back to
country.
being a fucking spot head. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're
I love
Indian.
doing
I'm not
comedy.
Talking, I'm not talking
You're not
about
talking
my
about
Kaposi
Indian?
sarcoma this time. A lot of people used to call me spothead when I let my AIDS flare up. Sometimes I get off prep for a while just to see. I call it riding the razor's edge. You know what I mean? I get my T cell count to now like 15.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I've never felt more loved.
Oh yeah.
I love just getting high off having AIDS.
Well, there was
That's
prep
why they
bit.
do it.
That is a
It's
prep
like
that we were doing.
windsurfing.
Remember we were saying how what were you saying, Nick? It's a guy who he takes prep so that he just in case he does some gay shit.
Yeah, that was the thing I was saying.
Yeah, I'll take that shit just in case I'm tempted.
do not say this to me.
Also, I'm in Boston this Saturday, the 16th. Still some tickets left. Please come out.
Are you a laugh Boston?
The House of Blues. No, I'm doing the small room at the House of Blues.
Are you headlining?
Yeah.
Damn, I gotta start doing more headlining spots.
Yeah.
I gotta build a new hour though, because I fucking.
Well, that's
hate
why we
all-
should go on tour. We'll all do like a half hour.
Yeah,
and
I
we'll
hate all
fucking
my
build
old
that shit.
I'm gonna see if somebody will feature me.
For sure.
Thing is, I never went on the road with anybody. I was just in with clubs, and I don't have a relationship with clubs anymore
Dog, let's just go
because
on
I
the
sent
road.
that email.
Well, instead of featuring for someone, let's just
That
go
big
the
email
three of us.
everyone
We have
read.
enough people that
Yeah, we all do a
come
half
out and see
hour.
us.
We do feature time.
Yeah.
I was like, "Dear club owners and bookers, very few of you are familiar with this man, Richard Spencer, but I think he is the future. I know it's only 2014, and we don't know what's going to happen. But he says,
Wow, you were on him that early?
dude. Yeah.
Nick's got a whole like white supremacy prospects. Like Colton actually was one of them.
Colton Burpo,
Or what was his name?
Keaton Burpo,
Buster and Skeeter.
Yeah,
What were the guys?
we had
Skeeton.
a lot of half-hearted jokes on this episode. that we could
I thought,
walk
yeah.
through again. If you guys
I thought
would
Beaton
like.
and Skeeton was the best joke in the episode.
How about Buster Skeeton?
Buster
That guy already
Skeeton.
had a pretty nutted up name.
That's true. On the nut index, he's
Buster-
up there.
Buster-
Buster Skeeton.
Buster Skeeton and the Nutty Professor.
That guy.
Wow.
had a
Remember
good
that
thing
thing
going on.
where a building falls on him and then he comes?
You should host a show on Turner Classic Movies. Where you're like, remember when Charlie Chaplin, he's trying to, but the Murphy bed won't close.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good,
folks.
Remember,
Yeah, there you go.
Groucho Marx.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
the mirror thing he does.
Remember when
and he's like, it's a guy. It's another guy, and Groucho's tricking him to make him think it's a mirror instead of
I
him.
just have a memory of like being like a little kid and White Men Can't Jump came on like Fox.
I used to love that movie. When I was a
primetime
little
Fox,
kid.
and I was watching it at my uncle's house. And my uncle lived in like Jersey, outside of Philly. And the movie started, and my parents are like, "We got to go home." And I'm like, "But I'm like, I just started watching this." And they're like, "It'll still be on when you get home because of the time zone change." And I was like, "Really?" And they're like, "Yeah, of course. It'll be 2 hours earlier when we get home."
To Maryland?
Yeah. And then we got there, and of course it was like later. And I was like, "What the fuck? You just lied to me?" And they were like, "Yeah, we're not going to stay there so you can watch White Men Can't Jump." Some fucking 7-year-old's whim. I wasn't watching.
My dad did that to me with The Simpsons. It was like on at like 8:30 on Sundays, and like I guess my bedtime was 8:30 or something. And so he's like, "Yeah, I'll get them to change it."
His
for
dad
you."
just comes up from the basement and his like shirt's off, and he's got boxing gloves on, and his nose is bleeding a little bit.
kangaroo.
And there's like just a bunch of cum all over his mouth, and he's like, "It's bedtime. Turn the telly off. Don't come down in the basement."
He's fighting kangaroos.
Oh no, I lost again. 0 and 100.
My dad has gotten beat up by a lot of kangaroos.
All right, folks.